So how cool would it be if you could send 64 channels in and out of Ableton Live only using an Ethernet cable? Hey, I'm Will Doggett, Ableton Live certified trainer and founder from Studio to Stage. Today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to connect Ableton Live to a Dante network to do just that. So let's get started. So let's talk about what Dante is. Dante allows you to send audio over IP, or again, just basically an Ethernet cable. So a lot of audio companies allow you to integrate Dante with their sound consoles, probably using a Dante card, or it may be built in automatically. Now, what's great when you're running tracks out of Ableton Live though, you can use just an Ethernet cable to connect into a current Dante network so that your tracks show up immediately on the soundboard. After a little bit of work, you get all the track names and everything, and again, all over one Ethernet cable. Super simple to do. So to get your computer connected to the Dante network, all you need is that Ethernet cable. You want to run out of your computer. In this case, I'm using an adapter because Apple, and I'm going out of here into a network switch, which is then getting me onto the Dante network. Now talk to your IT person or sound engineer that helps set this up to get beyond that point, but all you need to do is connect your Ethernet cable, and then we're going to make a few settings in Ableton Live to make this happen. Now the way we do this is we have to use a little helper app called Dante Virtual Sound Card, or DVS for short. So I'm going to show you how to set that up on your machine really easily to work with Ableton Live. Okay, so I've already downloaded Dante Virtual Sound Card. Now the first thing you want to do once you download it is make sure you've activated your license. So you can see I've got it licensed here. I'm ready to go. You can get a license directly from here, do a 30-day free trial, which is great. The next thing I want to do is go to the settings section. So this is where I can define how many channels in and out I'm going to be sending from this machine to the Dante network. So again, like I mentioned in the intro, you could do up to 64 channels. It depends slightly on the way your network is set up and the latency. You may be restricted and can't do all of them. But for this example, I'm just going to do 8 channels. That's more than enough. If I send more than that, my sound guy is going to kill me. So I've got 8 channels, which is good to go. The other thing I could tweak if I wanted is the Dante latency. And again, depending on which computer is the clock for this, you may not be able to adjust that. But the main thing I want to point out here is the network interface. In my situation, I have 2 network interfaces showing up here. One is Wi-Fi, the other is the wireless network here, or the wired network. And in this case, I want to select EN7. And then the most important piece of this is I want to hit start. Now, once you hit start in DVS, you can close the program. You don't have to leave it open, which is awesome. And as soon as you do that, that should show up on the Dante network. So let me show you how to get audio from Ableton Live to DVS, and then we'll talk about how to route from DVS to everything else on the network. So again, I'm going to close Dante Virtual Sound Card, and then I'm going to set this up just like any other audio interface. Don't let it scare you because it's digital and it's using an Ethernet cable. I'm just going to set it up like anything else. Okay. So I'm going to go into Audio Preferences, Command Comma if I'm on a Mac. Go to Audio Output Device, and I want to choose Dante Virtual Sound Card. Again, you can see 8 ins, 8 outs. In this scenario, I'm not dealing with inputs. If I was, I could choose this in the input dropdown. And on the output setting here, I can choose to activate however many outputs I need and whether I want them in just mono outputs or stereo outputs. For the sake of this, let's just go ahead and enable these to be stereo outputs, and I could name this as well if I wanted to, but I'm going to leave it just the way it is. So I'm going to hit OK. Then I have the option to change my buffer size here. My sample rate is grayed out because it's getting that from Dante, so I'm not allowed to change the sample rate in Ableton Live when connected to DVS. That's fine. But I want to decrease my buffer size if I'm playing things live, triggering things live, or I'm getting latency. But 512 is probably a pretty good, reasonable place to start. You may be able to get down to 256 or 128 based on what you're doing in a live situation. With this, we've got DVS connected in Ableton Live. Now what I need to do is go to each of my tracks. It depends how I have this routed. If I want to do a one-to-one routing, so let's say I want to take this track here and send it out to output 3, then I'm going to go to audio 2, hit external out, and then go to channel 3 and 4. And that's going to send that out of channels 3 and 4 as stereo. If I wanted just to go out of 3, I could go back into my audio preferences and enable mono outputs 3 and 4. And now when I go back, you're going to see that option show up just to use 3, which is great. Now, if you're using sends and returns, and maybe you're using a return track throughout your audio, it's the same exact thing. Again, go to audio 2, external out, and choose your output. And the same thing with master out. So I go to master out and I choose whatever output I want to do there. Now, super easy to make that happen. And again, all I'm doing is just connecting an Ethernet cable from my machine to the network and making those settings. Now, the last and final piece of this is I need to go in and set up Dante Controller. What Dante Controller does is it sees every Dante source that's on the network and lets you route audio from a place to another place. And what's cool is once audio gets to the network, it can go anywhere. So I can have my computer going to 6 different places. So on any machine that's connected on the network, you can open Dante Controller. I'm gonna do that just from this machine. But again, you can do that from any machine. And a few settings we want to do here as soon as we open this up. So the first thing I want to do is go to device info. And then you can see I have 2 devices on this Dante network. One is just this machine running Dante Via. It's basically acting as if it was my sound console, right? So in a normal situation, I've plugged Ethernet from my machine into my switch, and then that's going into my network. But in this situation, I want to just tweak a few settings here on my second device, which is this machine using DVS. So what I'm going to do is double click on that. And then what we want to do is we want to go to the transmit setting. And the reason I want to go there is I want to name the outputs from this machine so that on my console, when you see if your console has a scribble strip that allows you to automatically see the names of instruments coming in, then I'm going to see those names pop up automatically if it supports that. All right, so let's go to channel 1 here, and I'm just going to name this very simple name, just channel 1. So I'm going to go to channel label. Let's call this channel 1, and maybe this could be click so that we know it's click. I can go to channel 2 and make this guide. And again, I can make the name a lot shorter if I want. So this could be drums, and maybe 4 is guitars, right? So doing that is, again, going to allow those labels to show up on the network, which is great. Now, if I close Dante Controller or the device info tab, go back to routing here, you'll see under transmitters, I have those channels, those names that I just named showing up exactly right here. Now, what I want to do is send those from Studio Stage 2, which is this machine, to from Studio Stage 1, which is this machine. And again, this machine is serving as if it's a soundboard. So I'm going to go and say click is going to go to input 1. So I'm going to go to find the place where these 2 paths intersect. I'm just going to click once, and you're going to see that's going to create that connection. Let's go to 2 and create that. 3, 4, and then I could just go ahead and do 5, 6, 7, and 8 while I'm here. And again, what's cool about this, once I do this once with Dante Controller, it's saved to the network itself. So I don't have to keep Controller open, and I can do this from any machine connected to the network. So let's get out of Dante Controller. And now with all this set up, Ableton Live is ready to function just like it normally does. I can press play, my stems, all my tracks are gonna go out of Ableton Live to DVS to the regular Dante network, which will show back up at my sound console, which makes it super easy for your sound engineer to get going and to get your tracks automatically. So if you're interested in learning more about using Dante with Ableton Live, or to learn more about how to use Ableton Live on stage, make sure to head to FromStudioStage.com, where you can start your free 7-day trial to see all the courses, get access to our community, and even take part in one of our monthly private calls just for members. So thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have a great day.